Any leadership, one need to have first thing is humanity. Don't lose the focus of the human person.
Yeah.
Strong communication.
Yeah.
One should have that conviction, challenge the tigers in their den.
That's interesting. So challenging the tigers in its den. Wow. That HR is one of the most important and the most hardworking department, if you can think of. Is the department for which even 24 hours can fall short. So much of work is there. Many people get a feeling that HR kya karta? So I am R&D person. I do the real hard work. No, HR has got lots and lots of work. Labor laws, clarity, conviction, vision we spoke about, knowing business, building rapport, challenging some people where it is required, holding your ground when you are challenged. Isn't it? A lot of things which HR is a very specific function. I always tell people that HR is a very specific function with very specific quality, and we are certainly talking today to somebody who has got all these qualities. Thank you so much, sir, once again.
And I remember the day I landed in Jamshedpur, it was Bihar Bandh.
The same year in which India won first World Cup, you had another battle going on for you.
Another battle going on. So no rickshaws, no taxis. Forget about taxis. No tongas. Also those horse-pulled carts and all, nothing was there. So I called from the station. I called, no mobiles at that time. So I requested the station master to allow me to call. So I called the production manager over there. He said, "Sir, wait for some time." And he made me wait for 3.5 hours. Then he arranged some police van for me to travel to the company's guest house and all that. And you can see army men standing on the left and Jharkhand Mukti Morcha guys with the bows and arrows on the left side, and I was traveling. So that was
oh my God, with bows and arrows must be scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
I stayed there. Within 2 days, that particular banda was called off by the people. After that, I started interacting with the workers. There were petty issues, a lot of misunderstanding, but instigated by the external union leaders. Then I met the labor office because labor office had issued a notice to the management to come for the hearing. So met the labor commissioner over there. Met the district superintendent of police. It was Dr. Ajay Kumar. You may
He became
recollect.
MP later on. He became MP later on.
He became an MP, and he also
spokesperson of Congress, one of the political parties also.
yeah. And then he, after giving up the job, he also had worked with Tata.
Yeah, he was a senior executive in Tata. I have heard.
Very senior executive was Tata. Then he worked in Pune as well with Cummins Diesel Sales and Service and all. So he was their district superintendent of police. He helped us a lot. Mr. It was Mr. L. Saha. Mr. L. Saha was a labor commissioner. He supported us, and the strike was called off. But that gave me a feeling. Be ready, be prepared to take any challenges, even in the unknown areas. You can be a tiger in your own den, but you have to get out of your den at times and enter somebody else's den to challenge them.
Yeah, and I think
Never
people have to
be
break the
afraid.
comfort zone. Yeah, go to some other zone where they are totally unknown.
No inkling of the undercurrents over there, no knowledge of the political situation scenario, no idea about how the bureaucracy works in that area. But all of a sudden, you have to go over there in the situation and resolve that. That was one, and another was one has to be constantly updated with what is happening around. While working with the same group of companies, there was a situation when we were required to close down the foundry at Chinswar.
Okay.
We decided a particular date to close down the factory, and to our bad luck, a day before that, there was a police firing because of the industrial research situation in Trinity Engineering in
Ah,
Bosri area,
okay, okay, okay.
Pimpri-Chinchwad Bosri area.
Mm-hmm.
And next day was our closure. We were to call the workers and hand over the notices, their full and final settlements and all that. So all throughout the night, it was a sleepless night I had. Next day morning, first thing was to rush to the police, update them of this actions what we planned.
Yeah.
They said now you need to postpone your actions. We said we cannot postpone our actions. He
Mm-hmm.
said, then you know to hire police. Yes, that is why I came to you. Then all the requisite fees, the police charge as official fees for that.
Yeah.
So they gave a big platoon with the rifles and all that, and that helped us sail through the entire process of closing
Wow.
that unit on that day. So
Mm-hmm.
one has to be very alert on what is happening around.
And also, sir, I think another thing which is very important here, but the way you narrated is very powerful, that any HR or employee relations professional should be psychologically, mentally, physically be ready for some untoward, some surprises being thrown up. It's going to happen. Some changes may happen. For example, just 24 hours before this day, you come to know that there is something happening. Something has happened which might actually have added some fuel to the situation. Could have made it very very volatile. And still, you didn't change the date. You did it while making some changes in the strategy, which is very important. So surprises, uncertainties are going to be. People talk about VUCA world, volatile and all that. I think it's one of the best examples of VUCA situation. And people say
Yes.
that VUCA world happened in 2000 onwards. We're talking about VUCA happening in many years, almost more than 30 years ago, isn't it,
Yeah,
sir?
it was in 84, 85. One has to be really very alert on what is happening
Yeah,
around
people
the.
talk about volatile,
And
uncertain, complex, and ambiguous situation.
yes,
I think this is one example. Things change.
yeah,
But
yeah, and there are many examples. The last example I will quote is from the last service. I joined this company in 2011,
okay, okay,
uh, June 2011, and this company has got 3 units. I was welcomed by the Kolhapur unit
yeah,
workers by going on strike. Like
okay,
how in Indian culture we get
yeah,
if we get visitor we offer, okay, please have make yourself comfortable. We offer them tea, the
yeah,
water to drink and all that. Like
yeah.
that, I was welcomed with a strike by Kolhapur workers.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct, correct.
Yeah, so it was late Mr. Govindrao Pansare of ITEC. He formed the union. It was the union was formed afresh. So he formed the union. They went on strike. I rushed to Kolhapur the same day from office.
Right.
Met all the workers. Met Mr. Pansare. Assured them of taking certain actions, making certain corrective actions and all.
Yes.
And the strike was called off. But Mr. Pansare was a national leader, national level leader. The people who were working at Kolhapur level, they
Mm-hmm.
were notorious. And within a span of 6 months, they had gone on strike on 3 occasions
Oh,
for filmsy reasons, for
correct,
very
correct.
small
One rupee
reasons.
example you gave. One rupee example you gave. So little things. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, food in canteen was not good.
Some more of salt, less of salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Salt is not there. Arey, this cannot be the reason for going on strike.
Yeah, the same salt for which
So,
nobody can complain at home. Otherwise, they will stop making the lunch and dinner.
yeah,
But in no
yeah.
occasion,
Otherwise,
salt has to be
their
present.
food at home will be permanently stopped.
Stop. Yeah. I know. No, we are
At home.
laughing, but we are just we know the seriousness of.
Yes,
We are just
yes,
seeing that these
yeah,
are the
yeah,
things
yeah.
happen. Yeah.
And that was the time I decided, we'll have to develop some other leadership. And fortunately, some of the senior workers, they decided to form a union.
Oh.
They formed the union, and they remained dormant till
Mm-hmm.
from 2011 till 2016. Then they remained dormant.
Okay. Okay.
2006, 2016, for the first time, we opened dialogue with them and we signed a settlement with them.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
And certainly that rocked the boat. Workers deserted the ITEC union and they joined this union.
Hmm.
And now it has been the best industrial relations situation in the company.
Wow.
Very disciplined people, excellent productivity. At the time of control by ITEC, they used to issue a fatwa. This week, workers will not pull the trolleys of the material from stores. Let managers bring it.
Okay.
Next week, workers will not load the material onto the machine. Let their supervisors load the material on the machine, job on the machine.
Must have
So
been a
this,
day-to-day problem, day-to-day challenges.
yeah. So day-to-day challenges, but all that stopped from 2016, and now this is one of the best unit. And
it's a very, very powerful example, sir, because I think because I'm in the field of coaching, writing, and speaking and all that, I always tell people that it's one person who makes all the changes. It's not only, and when I say one person, when I talk about one person, I'm not only talking about Mahatma Gandhi and Jyotiba Phule and Savitribai Phule and some of these great people. Actually, even in today's society, right now when we are talking, in many companies, this one person who is good and the entire company's culture becomes great. And one person who might not be having that kind of, virtuous thinking, might be infested with some political or personal kind of, thinking or selfish thinking, can change the entire culture in the negative direction. So going back to this example and connecting the dots, in this case, I think the ITEC union had a leadership which was not exactly a very inspiring one. So everyday problems were happening. Now there is a second group of people who started leading.
So though Mr. Govindrao Pansare was an excellent person.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things
about local leadership at Kolhapur was not good.
It's only one location which you're talking about. I think again, it's one location where there might be some people who might be creating problem. Not to do with Mr. Pansare, who I think has been. I think I've heard good things about him, great things about him. So now the union leadership changes, and just because of a few people who are leading from the top, since they have got this progressive thinking, all the problems vanish, right? While still both the sides are there, while still union agreements are being signed, management union agreements are being signed, but things change. So the audience, there are a lot of. This is one example. There are many solutions in the basket of Sir. Just get in touch with him. If you are looking for his contact, let me know. I'll be happy sharing some of the contacts with Sir, because Sir has got solutions to any employee relations problem which you can think of. I'm saying this again, Sir, with humility.
In this, Mr. Arun Kumar, two things I missed out to tell you. I'm here to tell you that what we did, we started home visits to the workers' homes by our HR team members.
Awesome.
So every 15 days, our HR team over there picks up 2 families of workers, and in the second half of their working, they visit with pre-intimation, and they connect to the family members, maybe mother, maybe mother-in-law, wife, children. They go with some sweets for the children, some small gift for the family to use in the house, and that connect develops, And in case after that, wherever we found that worker misbehaving in the company, one phone call by HR team member to his wife.
She must be pulling him like this.
Yes, that is what we do.
Amazing example.
And that is giving fantastic result. And another thing is, I personally visited around 15 workmen's houses in Kolhapur area. It is not only my Kolhapur team, but even I also visited. I visited at least 70% of the union leaders' houses over there.
Very breakthrough, some very simple but very breakthrough solutions, build that rapport with other people from the family who are building control on that one guy who might be like this. Timid guy at home, but when it comes to the factory, he's like around.
He's like that. Yes.
It's a very interesting way of making things better and controlling some of these, unwanted powers within the same person.
Yes, many people were, susceptible about the way. Oh, what is this initiative? But it paid off very well. And another thing, what we did was, there was a bit. Tension within ourselves. I was in favor of that, but my bosses were not. We transferred 5 workmen. One to Jamshedpur, one to Lucknow, one to Rajasthan. 5 workmen during the trouble times.
Wow.
And when they went over there and started working, then they realized how comfortable they were working in the factory.
Yeah, often a demo has to be, a demo is
Yeah.
required. People have
So
to
they,
go
they
to
came back. They came back and they became ambassador of the management.
the management.
Because we have got the best working conditions in the factory. Let us
Mm.
focus on working rather than playing industrial relation games with the management.
No, it's important because if you think of that very inspiring, very good movie called Three Idiots, in
Yeah.
that movie, Rancho keeps on giving demonstrations, to send the message. It's
Yeah.
important because often we take it for granted. We do not, unless we experience, we do not get the message. So get
Yeah.
them a message, and I think they will see. People have got this compass within them. It's just that they have to meet to experience certain things, and then
Yes.
they will change their thought pattern. Very
And now
interesting.
those union leaders, the Kolhapur union, I feel it as my second home.
Oh wow, so great,
E- e-
so
Even
great.
after retirement, twice I have visited them. I have been invited by their houses. Now also they have got so many invitations from them. So next month I will be visiting them again.
Wow, wow. It's such an amazing thing, sir. You build so deep a connect. And I'm pretty sure that Kolhapur being Kolhapur, a very nice place.
Yeah.
And I think employees, workmen, they actually value a lot when a senior person comes and visits them at home. Oh, tamra rasa, pandra rasa, sab, without asking, they must be putting
Yeah,
everything.
that
We go just to meet them. But actually,
that,
people
that
value.
is one of the temptation. But besides that is bridging that relations.
Yeah, I know that. Actually, what I'm saying is that people love it when people come and actually
Yeah.
they go overboard to host you, to put all the kind of stuff. Actually, many companies, HR or employee relations leaders, they do not think of some of these path breaking ideas, out of box thinking. They will get a feeling if I start visiting homes, maybe in some companies, managing directors may not be comfortable. No, why should you go and meet up with people? Why should you visit some of these places? So I think HR or employee relations leader also has got to have this conviction, confidence, and this is important. That sir,
Yeah.
army, that touch is important. When you say, okay, this is important, you trust me. Whatever I'm doing with the right intention of keeping the organization safe. Let me do some. Let me take some of these actions.
Yeah.
Actually, what happens is that it's not the fault of leaders or CEOs or managing directors. When they question HR people, they actually check whether HR person is convinced about taking some of these actions. And when they
Yes.
say that, when they see that these people are waving, then HR actually can't do many of these things. That's why the responsibility comes
Certainly.
to us. It's not with any other person. Very nice.
Yeah.
Amazing experiences, sir. And I know that there are hundreds of such examples that you have just shared.
100. Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
even
This
the
was just to
tip
share.
of the iceberg. It's not even the tip of the tip of the tip of the iceberg. It's just a small thing, and people can get in touch with you, sir. We did speak about some of the qualities of HR, but professionals or CEOs maybe leadership. So I wanted to have two queries. One is that for being a great leader, which are those qualities which you think are important? And also the same question, I'll come to the second question. First, let's talk about qualities of being a good leader.
For any leadership, one need to have first thing is humanity. Don't lose the focus of the human person. Strong communication.
Yeah.
One should have that conviction, challenge the tigers in their den.
That's interesting. So challenging the tigers in its den. Wow. So you go to Jamshedpur, different, and still you do what is right. I'm just taking some lighter example.
Yeah. Even as a leader, there may be colleagues coming from other departments also. They may be trying to fool you. No. What we say is true. No, challenge them.
Challenge them.
Challenge them. Yeah, and in the process, we should always do walk the talk. It is not that just advice, but you behave differently.
Integrity.
Yeah, positive attitude, integrity.
Very
Be
important.
strategist. Have vision. Plan the things for next 2 years, 4 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, and calibrate it. Calibrate it.
Wow.
Have that vision. It is not that, as I said, on the day of the closure, we came to know something happened at Trinity, so we have to calibrate.
Recalibrate.
So yeah, calibrate when it is a business plan for the entire company. That calibration, daily calibration or fortnightly calibration is not possible. So do calibrate after 2 years down the line. Plan it for 10 years. How we planned it for another union at Kolhapur. in 2011, and it became reality in 2016. Then become a change catalyst for the organization. Care for your team, and one has to be always role model for the team, employees, and the colleagues.
Yeah. Being the role model is very important. First, you walk the talk. First, you lead that life before you preach, before you say to others. Only then people are going to.
Yes.
Because sir, actually,
Yeah.
what I've seen is that I think people know it. Audience knows it. People around you are very intelligent. They can see through. If I just come and make big talks and then they know that this guy himself is not following, they are not going to listen to a single what I may keep on
Yes.
speaking at the top of my mouth, but nobody is going to listen to me. It's very important. It's all about walking the talk. I think, sir, what you've said while editing the video, I'm going to put each of these qualities which you spoke about. Very important, powerful qualities, gentlemen, audience. I'm talking to you now. Because, for example, sir spoke about courage, challenging the tiger in its den. That courage is very important. I've seen many HR professionals being challenged in their own den. They can't even go to the second stage of going to somebody else's den and challenge them. And that's because people do not have conviction. They do not have clarity for what they stand for. They do not have vision. It's all about us. I always tell people that it's all the power lies within us. If HR takes a deep breath and gets clarity, does some hard work, for example, builds connect with people, goes to their houses, for example, you get a lot of example. HR, I always tell people that HR is one of the most important and the most hardworking department, if you can think of. Is the department for which even 24 hours can fall short. So much of work is there. Many people get a feeling that HR kya karta? I am R&D person, I do the real hard work. No, HR has got lots and lots of work. Labor laws, clarity, conviction, vision we spoke about, knowing business, building rapport, challenging some people where it is required, holding your ground when you are challenged. Isn't it? A lot of things which HR, it's a very specific function. I always tell people that HR is a very specific function with very specific quality, and we are certainly talking today to somebody who has got all these qualities. Thank you so much, sir, once again for joining us, and of course we are going to continue for some more time. Amazing, sir. When you think about HR professionals, I think we already spoke about some of the qualities which are also applicable for HR people. So I think I should not put questions separately. But would you like to add to this one or two things which you think many HR people lacking in? Any one or two things which you can think of?
One thing I notice is the people do not want to go to the labor laws. They feel, oh, labor laws is not my cup of tea. I mean, when you're in HR, when you're in IR, one should know the laws.
Very important. Very important.
Government processes and practices. When we say the matter has gone into conciliation, what that conciliation means. What are the rights and responsibilities of company management as well as a union when the matter goes for conciliation? What is the next process of conciliation? If a union threatens, we'll go for conciliation. Oh, how much water that threat holds.
Unless you know.
Or it is a hoax. Yeah, unless we know the processes and systems and after the repercussions of that, there is no point in unnecessarily fighting or getting scared of that. Even if they say we are going on strike from tomorrow, one should be aware whether they have that legal right to go on strike from tomorrow.
Absolutely.
If that strike becomes illegal, we should have that courage to recover their salary.
We should have that clarity and knowledge. That will come.
Clarity and knowledge. That knowledge is very important. Very, very important. One should be in a position even to challenge your bosses.
Only then, and you can do so only when you have clarity and knowledge. Then you can challenge. Then people will listen to you. Sir, coming to labor law, would you like to suggest some courses, some online programs, or some book or something, anything which you think people should go through? It's a very important point.
Online, there is a diploma of NIPM. I can share the details afterwards with you.
I'll put it in the description.
Also, I studied diploma in labor laws after completing my MSW. While working, I did that. It is a part-time course in the evening available with symbiosis or now with many more labor law institutes, labor law colleges.
Very nice.
That would be advantageous.
Very interesting, sir. Sir, for the sake of the audience, what could be normal price range? How much investment? Of course, investment is always something which gives return, huge return.
Yeah.
Actually, investment in ourselves.
In today's times, I don't know, but when I studied it, investment was not much. It was around 30,000
Yeah,
for the
which I think
diploma.
is pretty. Even if it is
Yeah.
more than this, which must be the case, it's absolutely worth it, because I always tell my
Yeah.
kids that if there is one investment which gives you 100 times the return, forget about 10 times or 2 times, which people keep on talking about while talking about the stock and all that. 100,000 times return is the investment in.
Yes.
So go for it. Very nice. And audience, always remember, I think you know it, because many people who are going to watch this video, they know sir already. I think you know it, that we are listening to somebody who knows all the best of lawyers. And despite that, sir said that we ourselves must be expert in labor laws. It's important. Despite the fact that we talk to lawyers, but we must be experts in labor laws. Because of what I've seen is that many HR people get a feeling that lawyers se baat kar lenge na kaam ho jayega. So why to have all these things? No, it's
No.
important that you know it, which is very important, so that you can take quick decisions. Sir, I wanted to share one picture, which is while staying on the topic of law. I think.
Ah, oh, wonderful. He is my very close friend, family friend, Raju Joshi. He
Yeah,
passed away in 2021. Very sad.
I, I,
And
re- I
I
recall.
lost my. It was as as if I lost my brother. It is
I
Rajiv.
recall, sir.
Advocate Raju.
I met
Raju
Aditya
Joshi.
Joshi. I met. Sorry, sir. Go on, sir. Sorry. Yeah.
Raju Joshi, and now it is two sons, Aditya and Varun. They are doing equally good practice, and I'm happy to share. Both of them said, our father will be very happy to see that none of the clients has left us after he passed away, and that's true. Their clientele has grown, not reduced.
No, this is very powerful, sir. And I recall I had been in touch with Mr. Raju Joshi over last more than 1 decade, since the days of Tata Blusco Steel, when we had some union. And every time I used to go to his office to meet him, he used to say, "Hey, Mr. Singh, how are you?" And then I used to ask him, "Hey, sir, sir, let's talk a bit about golf." And then we used to talk a bit, and then he was known for giving on the spot, quick, black and white decision in just a matter of few seconds. He was not a
Yes.
person who used to beat around the bush. Okay, so I know that
No.
this has happened. So unions has got this, they have got this power, and you have got this power. So let's work it out. No, he used to say in one line.
Yeah.
So see, this is the thing. He was so, I think, clear, and I think he used to say a lot of times. Sir, I recall. And then I used to often say, "Sir, I'm going to send an email because I need to talk to some more people." He said, "Yeah, do." I used to send an email. Promptly used to come the reply with one liner. This is the thing. Go for it. Amazing clarity.
Yeah. Yes.
And I recall I met Aditya Joshi recently in one of the NIPM forums in Kothru. So I had been invited kindly by Mr. Sadashiv Patil and Mr. Prakash sir, he's in Emerson. They invited me. So I was there. I met Aditya. I told Aditya, when people talk about Corona, of course, I've been in the field of, inspiring people and motivating and requesting people, inspiring people to, build their immunity, health, and all that in a proactive way. Having said that, when you talk about Corona, I think there is one direct, very, very precious loss, because Mr. Joshi certainly had 1.5 decades, if not more, in front of him. So that was a loss, actually. And all of a sudden, I see his picture with a garland on WhatsApp. Somebody said, I couldn't believe. So I think through this interaction, we also pay our homage to speak to Mr.
Raju
Joshi sir, because he was like a family, as sir said. He was like a family. Anybody who has been in the field of employee relations, he was like a family member. Anytime, always ready. I have seen him, sir, pleading some of the cases in court. And absolutely the whitest of white shirt which one can wear in the court. Very professional and to the point. The way he used to plead in front of judges non-stop for 15, 20 minutes. I mean, those memories are there. And I think it was very close to you, and both of your friends. Would you like to share something about your friendship, sir?
Yes. But, I mean, we used to spend at least 2 to 3 hours every week chatting with each other. And it used to be on n number of subjects. It never used to be on family or HR profession or HR professionals. but on variety of subjects.
Yeah.
It can be on travel, it is to be on golf, it is to be on other any topic, but it is to be such a fantastic interaction which I
Mm.
miss today. I miss this smile, this smile which you can see in the photograph. He used to be always there even while he used to argue the cases in the court.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Aditya and Varun has picked up the same thing,
Same
same
quality.
qualities of their father. Both
Yeah.
of them, Raju, as you said, one liner, and that is to be, a bouncer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is to be a bouncer,
Yeah,
and
very, very powerful. Yeah.
yes, and he is to be, rock solid support for you when you're fighting on the field, that is in the industry. He is to be rock solid support as a legal support. Keep him updated that you're going to do this. Is it right or wrong? He will say, okay, make this correction. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And another name of courage, I'll say another name of courage. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah,
our family, they always used to
yeah.
supporting
Yes.
employee relations.
Another person, since we are on this, is for Raju. Of course, I am indebted to Raju for that. And another person I am indebted is Nana Shahane.
Nana Shaheen. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, Nana Shahane has passed away in 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Nana Shahane, he was heading HR in Bharat Force, Thyssen Group, then Sandvik also, and I had opportunity to work in Bharat Forge and Sandvik. He was a industrial relations consultant to n number of companies. So on one hand, Rajiv Joshi used to take care of the legal part, and the industrial relations part used to be handled by Nana Shane and all. So both of these people were my gurus, my philosopher, and my support. I pay homage to both of them, and the Aditya and Varun are continuing the support. So I'm
Yeah,
thankful to
Aditya
them
and
as
Varun
well.
both are
Yeah,
very talented, very intelligent people,
uh,
and with the same fervor, with the same smile and positivity. Because
yes,
of course, our relationship with Aditya, Varun, and Arwah Joshi sir, it goes beyond the realm of professional, agreements and working contracts and working together. Because I recall in some of the most challenging moments which even I faced while working in the field of employee relations, while there used to be all kind of stuff, you know,
yeah.
Mr. Joshi always used to be absolutely with rock solid conviction and clarity. So it goes for more than one decade.
And for me, another reason was me and Raju were in the same Rotary Club, and our children grew together.
Okay. In the same, you said in the same?
Yeah, Rotary Club Pune Hillside.
Okay, in the same area.
And both of us were Rotarians, so we have got very close family connections also. Because of
Ah,
that, our children know each other. Yesterday, we had spent nearly half the day with our family, along with family with Minal Joshi madam
wow.
and all that at the farm. So wonderful relations. We are
Wonderful,
blessed with that
wonderful.
relations.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that since you spoke about Rotary Club, I recall Mr. Joshi also used to tell me about
Yes,
those days when they used to travel from on behalf of Rotary to Singapore and some of these places.
yes,
Families, isn't it? So beautiful, beautiful. You spoke about the power of mentoring because you said that while playing the game of hockey, you got mentored by some people who always inspired you. And then in the beginning of this video, I also spoke about the fact that you have been a mentor to many people. Would you like to talk about some more mentors other than those people who teachers who inspired you? Because I think, yeah.
yeah. Very good question, Arun. It is, as I said, if you're a good sports person, you always do wonders as a team. And if you're in hockey, if you're at the center forward position, what you expect of a goalie or what you expect of a center half.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and vice versa. While working in the IR field, fantastic interactions I used to have with Manikram Patil,
Wow.
who worked in Atlas Copco, who also has retired and sailing in the same boat like me, or Raju Nageshkar for that matter.
Wow.
He was in Thyssen Group. Fantastic interactions we used to have. Shirish Kulkarni, though he was working with our competitor company of KSB.
For the
At
respect people are
yeah,
mutual. Yeah.
but at professional level, we had fantastic interactions with
Wow.
Shirish Kulkarni, Raju Nageshkar, and Manikro Patil. And one more person, it will be mean of me if I don't make a mention.
Sorry,
It
sir.
is it will be very mean of
Ah,
me if I don't mention that person. That is PD Patil, Nana
oh,
Patil. Nana Patil has worked with Swastik Rivers. He was my guide at that time. As a student of MSW, I used to go to Swastik River, and he used to be my mentor, guide, and supervisor.
wow.
Then he also worked with Phenolics and many other companies. You know, in every person's career, when he's working at a line like me, and a positions like me, we have good times, bad times.
Wow.
And in one of the job, I was having tough times, and
Mm-hmm.
I was desperately looking for change.
Mm-hmm.
On NIPM platform, in the process of making arrangements for a NIPM conference, Nana Patil and me, we came together. We knew each other since beginning from the MSW time. Nana said, Sunil, how are you doing? I said, not doing very well. Why? What happened? Nana, not comfortable, feel like changing the job. Why? Then we discussed, and I said, Nana, at earliest, I would like to change the job. Things are not proper, things are not going on very in a healthy manner. He said, wait, Sunil, I have applied to XYZ company. Yeah, it was a multinational company. This I'm telling you 18 years ago. And Nana said, I have applied to a company and my selection is almost done. So I will inform that company that I withdraw my candidature and I put in your CV. And Mr. Arun Kumar, you can imagine, he put in my CV and put a word to that management. You can find another candidate in my place. He is in more need to change his job. So this is what the sacrifice IR persons do for their peer groups. And I wanted to make a special mention of this Nana Patil's kind gesture at that time.
So powerful, sir. So powerful and so amazing. Because if there is one thing which we often feel like missing in today's society, it is that care for each other and that element of making sacrifices for seeing that other people grow and be happier. And I think it is one of those goals, objectives, or vision, whatever you call it, purpose, which made me spend some good time in this field while inspiring people through videos and books and coaching and some of these things. I know that there are people from Tata Steel and some of these companies who are getting one-to-one coaching through over weekends. They're getting connected with me, and I see life changing. And I think it's all a power which you all get. I think what you shared is very inspiring, sir. Audience, please reflect upon this very real life example which sir narrated. When was the last time you became Nana Patel for someone's happiness?
Yes.
Sir, amazing, sir. Another thing, sir, there is a question which I ask all the guests. I think it's more than 1 hour. I didn't even realize, and I think it's such a heart-to-heart conversation in all in true sense of word. It has been almost 1 hour and 20 minutes, sir. And
Yes.
it's a pleasure to have your time, sir. Sir, if we write a book on your
Yeah.
life and journey so far, I mean, what do you think could be the title? And it could be more than one title. One,
Ah,
sir.
very, very, very funny. Very funny. It can be, accidental journey.
Okay. Okay.
or, or a road rarely or seldomly traveled.
Yeah.
Why accidentally I was going to join the army and I landed in nature. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, I don't repent now. I have all respects to my father, but that can be the title of the book
Yeah.
with
Great.
chapters you can write. Golden days of the primary school, no tension, no worries.
So I see many books while talking to sir. There are many books within you. Maybe let's hope that someday some books will come out so that they keep on inspiring people.
Yeah.
Very nice. Sir, would you also like to talk about some books which are close to your heart, which you think audience can get benefited from, one or two books?
Look, there are many books, many books we refer, we read in the process, but there are very few which may impact on the messages from which you carry. I
Yeah.
mean, I will refer the message from the Kautilya.
From the
Kautilya.
okay, okay, okay.
For my profession, that's very important
Very
message, and
important for our profession.
that
Very
is
important.
what the learning I carried all throughout my life is, four things what he has taught is
Hmm.
Sam,
Hmm. Hmm.
Dam,
Hmm.
Danda,
Hmm.
and Bhed.
Yeah.
And the profession in which I was, when it comes to the initial opening, Sam, you can counsel,
Coach,
try
talk.
to convince, to cajoling, try to convince that person by counseling, consultancy, advice. If that doesn't work, is to be dam,
Down.
some monetary benefit,
Yeah, increment and all this.
some gifts,
Yeah.
try to resolve the matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that doesn't work, it is to be danda.
Done. Yeah.
Some punishments, maybe monetary, maybe what law has given us support. And if it doesn't work, then the beds.
Yeah. Weaken their power. Yeah.
It's a brute force to force the adversary.
I think
Then
anybody who's in the field of employee relations can correlate with all the four lessons.
yes,
Even I can correlate, and I think it's
yeah, yeah.
you can correlate very quickly.
And
And
that has been my guiding principles all throughout my life.
wow, and so many hundreds, so many centuries have passed, and still these four principles are still valid.
Yeah,
These are
yeah.
timeless principles. Thank you so much for sharing this, sir. So, would you also like to talk about some inspiring movies? I don't know whether you could get time to watch any movie, but in case you could, any movie which you'd like to recommend to nowadays? It's all a lot of videos and all that keep on happening.
It was a movie on hockey.
Ah, Chak De India.
Check the India. I
Oh,
mean, you can convert your failures in somebody else's win. Take a
absolutely.
theme. Let us let us keep aside the actors who are acting in that, but the theme, the overall message, what that gives. You may have failed, but convert that failure into somebody else's success. Guide them, coach them, teach them, ask them to take corrective steps.
Yeah. Very powerful, sir. And I think I always tell my mentees, inspire, I mean, share with them that anybody who has done anything great to transform the world in any field has actually gone through some pain and suffering.
Yeah.
The difference is all in the winning mindset, which we spoke about towards the beginning of this video interaction. Because of this winning mindset, instead of looking low and losing their life and energy and heart, they actually took it and then they decided to do something so that other people do not meet the same fate which they met. And that's the reason some of the best coaches in any sports actually are the people who are not the best of sports people. They are the people who fail because they know the mistakes which people should not commit. And that's the reason some of the coaches actually are
Yes.
I have never been a very good sports people. Amazing.
The failures become their gurus.
Great examples are great. Normally, people, while talking about this movie, people talk about the players and all that. You focused on the coach, and actually, it's a very inspiring message which comes out, which is actually at the core of all the transformations in this world. And actually, we can go on and on. We can have a separate conversation only on this topic which you just shared. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, would you also like to talk about some inspiring places? Because being in the multinationals, you must have visited across the world, globe trotting. Would you like to talk about some places which touch
Yes,
your heart?
yeah. In the course of my job, I visited at least 23 countries. I mean,
23 countries. This is the
23
right
countries.
question which I
Yeah.
asked. My
And for
God.
various meetings and all, maybe I used to go for official work, take leave, continue traveling to the neighboring countries, and at times alone, at times with families and friends and all that. But the best of it, what I found, is only in India.
Wow.
You have Rajasthan, you have Kerala, you have Arunachal Pradesh, you have Kashmir, and fantastic places, fantastic places. The places which I always loved is beaches of Goa and Konkan.
Wow. And conquered.
That I'm
So great.
fascinated with, and the nature-wise, I can say Kashmir and
Ah,
Kerala.
wow. Amazing, sir. So I love my India. I think I saw this.
Yes, it is. I did that. I mean, I traveled with my family, friends, and I traveled with my entire HR team. Entire HR team, we took off and we traveled to Kashmir. And
Oh, wow.
and those couple of days, the entire factory was in the hands of the top management and union leaders.
Wow.
So and there was mostly it was in union leaders, so there was no trouble during that time.
That's the perfect example of the word with which we have started this conversation, audience. Sir spoke about teamwork right in the beginning, and now this is the best example of teamwork with which we are closing this conversation. Sir, when I wrote some 10 plus books over the last 2-3 years, some of these books are in the field of employee relations. I'm also working with some very senior CHROs, so books will come in some time. I knew that everybody in this world has got a lot of books hidden within the person. It's just that many of us do not even realize that we have got books hidden within us. And of course, I knew that, of course, I'm currently, sir, working on 6 biographies with CEOs, CXOs, and CHROs together at the same time. I knew that, of course, there is a limit because you can't write more than 6 for 6 months' time. Of course, and then I'll take the next batch for next 6 months' time. The idea is to see that to the extent possible, let me convert people's dreams into books so that generations to come can keep on getting inspired. Because I always tell people that Kabir Das is known because of books. I'm pretty sure during the times of Kabir Das, there must have been some Saubir Das, some other Das, but it's just that they couldn't write a book. So people do not know. Akbar, he surrounded himself with people who used to write Akbarnama and all these things so that people know. So it's very important. Book has got a very deep meaning. But I also knew that I can't help too many people with their books. So then I thought of having this heart-to-heart conversation so that the stories come out in the form of crisp 90 minutes, 45 minutes, 1 hour video. Thank you so much, sir, for inspiring the audience. It's an amazing experience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Sunday, beautiful for me and for your time. Audience, please remember, in case you have got any problems, sir, just spoke about a few examples of stories of employee relations, success stories. There are hundreds which he has laid. And of course, you can get in touch with him now that he has got some time to be spared with more people in the world.
Certainly.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Arun Gurva. Thank you for inviting me on this platform, wonderful platform. And best wishes to all the.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure. Thank you.